2.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Halloween!
Wow, I didn't know that.
I guess it would be actually pre-happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy pre-ween.
What's it called? Pre-ween?
I don't know.
Pre-ween! Happy pre-ween!
Like, we're like 4 days out.
So, do you like how I'm mixing? Do you like how I'm mixing Captain America, Zombie, Superman?
To be fair, Captain America is like 100 and something years old now, so I mean.
So he should actually look like this.
He would look like that.
It's about accurate.
Give him a close up of me because I got the worlds all mixed up here.
Trying to use the mouse with a claw. It's very, very difficult because.
Hi, I'm Boss Tech Captain America Zombie Superman friends. Watch our show. But guess who's next to me?
We have Bree. And, all right, introductions, everybody. We have Bree.
Lexi Confetti.
Hello. And we have Jeff.
Jeff. Oh, that's right. You're Jeff.
Whatever, man.
Like Jeff. I'm Jeff. No, I'm not Jeff.
And then in the back, we have, hello, everybody.
So he's actually, he is Freddie.
No,
he's Freddie Stroke.
Freddie
Stroke.
I like Freddie Stroke.
Freddie Stroke.
Kruger Stroke.
This is no longer advertiser friendly as it works to YouTube.
Well, wait till we play the Exorcist clip I pulled because, oh my
Ironically,
God.
that's fine. That'll be A-okay. YouTube's weird and they catch you for stupid
So
things.
I can't pick my nose with this one because I don't have a nose hole.
I mean, to be fair, if you're a zombie, you don't
And
have much
I'm
of a nose
itchy
either.
because I can't touch my face.
Oh, that's me. I'm sitting there going, why am I hearing? Now I know what I'm
You
hearing.
should probably turn your phone off.
Yeah. So tonight on the show, we're gonna
What's that? You guys can't scratch your noses?
Oh, stop! God, that's so wrong. That's like, now that he. That's
Right?
Okay.
He's so mean.
He will be zombified tomorrow, by the way. So on tonight's show, we got a couple of good things. We've got
Flying out, it looks like the
Spooky
Walking Dead
Lexi Confetti is going to talk about some stuff that's in the DC world.
Yes. DC movies coming out.
Awesome.
And maybe coming out.
Dylan's got two. I have no idea if anybody's talking or not because I can't see. It's really weird. So Dylan's got 2 games. Is it 2 games tonight, Dylan?
Yes, we have Destiny 2 has officially released for PC, as well as we have a new killer in Dead by Daylight.
That's going to be awesome. And then we're going to talk about some of the spookiest movies ever.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And some of you may agree and some of you may not agree. I don't care. I picked them.
I mean, some of that
Get over it.
Some of that really just for the factor of being relatively spooky.
Spooky.
Some of them just left you with a chill with your spine, and then some legitimately had people running out of the theaters and leaving, just going, "Nope, I'm not watching that." And there's people who to this day refuse to watch that movie.
So first,
There's a few of them.
let's talk to Spooky Lexi Confetti. So what's going on in the DC world? Going on
In the DC world.
I love it. See, she brings the notebook. It's the
do.
dead book.
I always
It's the
have
book
it.
of the dead.
So the current DC movies that we know are already coming out is Aquaman, Shazam, and please enlighten me, what the hell is Shazam?
Shazam?
Shazam.
You don't know who Shazam is?
It is not. It is not.
It's Shazam.
It is not Disco Shazam, by the way. It is actually
Oh.
Shazam.
You've never seen Shazam?
It had an N in the...
No, it looks like an N.
Shazam and ISIS.
No, it was just, it was regular block letters.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they
said
misspelled it.
Shazam.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
must
it
have.
was-
'Cause I don't know
Shazam,
what
back
the
in
hell
my
it is.
day when I was a kid, I know before the car, we had just had round wheels. Because I'm an old zombie, get it? Ha! There was this guy, a skinny little runny dude that drove around. Was it a van he drove around in? Yeah, it was a van. So, if the vans are rocking, don't come knocking. But anyway, so, when he would get picked on and he needed to save the world, he'd go, Shazam! And he'd turn into a superhero and he'd be like, Mr. Muscle Dude.
Yeah, that's him. It's also known as Captain Marvel. That's exactly what's going on.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It is. It's Shazam. Yeah, his
But
powers
then
are
they,
only unlocked.
but then
when
they
it's
turned it
set.
into Shazam with his
ISIS.
from ISIS,
ISIS was hot.
and ISIS was hot.
Oh my God, she was
ISIS
hot.
was.
Yeah,
really
that's why we
hot.
watched it. We didn't
That
watch
was-
it for him.
yeah.
You
So
watched
the
it
guys
for-
watched it for her.
Yeah,
Because, oh my.
and then they
She was almost as good as I Dream of Jeannie. Hot.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. I know.
No.
Barbara Eden had it going on. I'm just telling her right now.
Well, the other ones are Wonder Woman 2 and Suicide Squad 2. Both
Now,
of
wait a
which-
minute. Is the Suicide Squad 2 the one? I saw that one. Is that the one that was a homemade trailer?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Sometimes
this was an article of itself.
Sometimes you gotta read the comments, and they're like, you can see people. Will you stop posting fan-made crap because it's not real?
Well, this one's a guaranteed. It's happening. So
Love
some
it.
that are in the works is Flashpoint. They were going to give Flash his own movie, just Flash, but they decided that they're going to do Flashpoint because it'll bring a lot of other characters in.
I don't know if he could carry a whole movie by himself.
I don't think he could
Who?
either.
No.
Flash.
No.
I want to know if they're going to use Flash from the TV shows.
No, they won't, because
No.
we have Ezra Miller is our Flash.
And I liked him.
All right.
He's a little bit of a
Ezra
smart
Miller is
ass.
our,
You know me and smart asses.
emo
Ezra Miller.
He's all right. Like, I don't have too much beef with Ezra Miller. We've had actually a few different opinions of Ezra Miller on this show specifically. And
What is he from? His name sounds so familiar.
Ezra Miller, I can give you a list if you'd like and see if you know a movie from him.
Maybe.
Ezra Miller, because he's not bad. I'll give him this. I actually don't mind him. Obviously he's in Justice League. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Him. That's what I know. I knew you've seen him.
Yeah, he was
What
the
is-
weird kid.
He was the NC at the end. The big.
Yeah, he was the one that was hugging on what's his name because he wanted a daddy figure and he was looking. He was the one looking for
okay.
the other kid.
I completely forgot what his name.
And in the very end, he was the one that turned into the spectral thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I can give you his exact name as soon as I can read. Credence. He was Credence.
Credence, that's
Credence,
it.
okay.
I should have known that because that's
All
a good
right.
band.
The
Creed.
older boy,
Yes.
right? Okay. All right.
The one
Now
who
I know.
turned into the giant
Yep.
shadow. And they're like, how'd you keep... He's like, you have to be strong to keep this bottled up for this long. And I'm like, I don't know how true that is.
Right?
I've
Because they
never
made
been
us
so
think it was the
cross-eyed in
little
my
girl.
life.
Yeah, the entire time that she was a little girl.
Yeah.
Little,
All
you know,
right.
the little girl was what was keeping him bottled up. She's like,
Right.
no, you can do it. You can just... A little longer. You just, just don't die.
Yeah, that was. I liked that movie. That
Oh,
was
hey,
awesome.
as of 15 minutes ago, Netflix alerted me. Wow, as soon as we start, Stranger Things 2 is now on Netflix. Today's the
Oh,
release date.
sweet.
Yeah, we just started right before this. We started watching the first episode of season
Oh, really?
2. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it is. We just started watching it a couple days ago, and we binge watched season 1. I am
I have
definitely
not
a fan
watched
so
season
far.
1 or... No, I have no plans
It's
to.
the first two.
It's interesting.
The first two was super slow.
The first 2 episodes.
Yeah. So slow. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I almost didn't make it through, but once 3 hit, I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm good.
The first half of the first episode is not a lot going on. Like it's building up. You can tell it's building
Yeah.
up to something.
And
but
you
we're
know,
not there
and you
yet.
always, and it's always the sister that is the hot chick that everybody's
Right?
in love with. And
Yeah, she always kind of looks constipated though.
Yeah.
A little, just a
You
little
can't
bit.
see it, but I'm making that face. Can you see it? Can you see it?
So
Dylan's like back there, not even paying attention to us.
Right?
He's talking to his girlfriend on the
Actually, I was adjusting the claw. My hand. There's a like a fingerless glove that goes in the side of this that my hand's supposed to go to, and that just fell out. And just
Oh,
it
that
fell behind the
sucks.
desk. That's why I was kind of like trying
That's
to
okay.
grab
So
it.
what else is coming out?
So Batman, another one.
Good Lord, how many
Right?
Batmans can you do?
Not enough.
Cyborg.
That's
What?
cool.
Cyborg.
Cyborg's
Okay.
gonna be
I
fun.
like Cyborg. So you think Cyborg can carry a whole movie by himself, or is he going to be surrounded by the Super Friends?
He can't. A lot like a lot of Batman movies, like Batman and Superman, obviously been able to carry themselves, but even they, like, they're villains. Cyborg's iconic villains consist of. No, that was Robin's. Oh yeah, he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
So he's got to go fight someone else that's someone else's villain, or he's gonna go play. So this will definitely be an origin story of him trying to find his place in the world.
Right.
Because right now it's. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be post Justice League. So it'll be okay. Well, now that we've done
Smell
it,
beer.
now what?
I smell beer.
Are you sharing?
Beer. Don't need brain.
Okay.
Maybe if I use the
No,
force,
just
it
kidding.
will come over this way.
Right.
Just kind of
It's like I'm trying to find the beer.
just gonna reach. into
So what else is coming
the
out?
dream world real
So
quick and,
Green Lantern Corps.
Now that
Oh.
is a movie that can carry its own. But do we know who the Green Lantern actor is going to be?
I did not get a chance to look.
Well, it's
this
got to
up.
be
It
Ryan
was
Reynolds.
No, Ryan Reynolds
Oh,
refuses to play the role.
And
man.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. He can't
So?
be anything else.
Sure he can.
I mean, he totally could.
So here, Deadpool,
He can be whatever
he's
he wants.
he's all gooed up. You don't know it's him.
You're telling me that Fox is gonna let go of Ryan Reynolds? I know that's.
Well, he played the first one, by God.
And then because they're terrible, he lost his contract, and they didn't renew.
I
So
don't
like,
think it was that bad.
in the box office, it did
I
terrible.
don't remember.
It
I know
did
I went
awful.
to see it. It was all right.
I liked it.
It was whatever.
I mean, he made it funny, just like he made Deadpool
Yeah.
funny.
Well-
Exactly. I love him. He's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's
All right.
next?
So these are all maybe movies that might come out. First one is Booster Gold. No idea.
No
Not a
clue.
freaking clue.
I'm not hitting up
Who?
Google right now.
Booster Gold?
Yeah. Pass.
I don't know what that means. Batgirl.
Sweet.
Maybe.
Not sure she can hold her own movie
No.
though.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Maybe it'll be the origin story of Batgirl.
But like,
Then that's
are
just
they
Batman
really
movie.
I know.
gonna do origin
Like-
stories on all these freaking characters? Though?
I really hope
that it's gonna
not.
get really, really tiring.
Well,
As well
that's
as the
why
fact-
they're doing like with Joker. I'm like, we need, I know that Jared Leto. I don't know if it's been official, but they're saying that he has signed on to do an actual Joker origin movie.
That's actually on here, Joker origin.
Okay.
And then a Harley Quinn in the Joker.
Now,
She
that
is
would be
my
good.
least favorite
Really?
person. I think I cannot stand her.
Really?
Yeah, I
was gonna say-
hate
Why? Because she's hot?
Catwoman is
You're hot.
No.
She's hot. It's all good.
because
'Cause
she
Catwoman is
because
way
he
better.
abuses her
Well.
and is awful to her, and she's like, oh, it's okay.
That's true. Well,
It's,
but maybe this will be where she leaves Joker and goes for Batman.
If it's gonna be
Or
if
for
it's
Poison
gonna be-
Ivy.
I would say if it's gonna be an origin, then it'll be her working in the asylum with him. We got glimpses of that in
Yeah,
Batman versus
true.
Superman
Yeah.
and Suicide Squad. We got glimpses of those two.
Yeah.
And how he pushed her to the vat of Acme acid and whatnot. And
Yeah.
that was absolutely the worst case of oh god, what's that effect?
Stockholm.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm
Yep.
syndrome. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. And that's why I don't like her. I cannot freaking
Right.
stand that
There's,
entire character.
there's a
and all these
few.
little itty bitty
Oh, it's
teenage
not.
girls.
It's not that you don't like the Yank. It's not that you don't like her. You just don't like the character.
Right, I don't like the character because all these little teenage girls idolize her.
That's true.
And they have no idea. They're like, oh, I want to be like that, like Joker and Harley
So
Quinn.
she would qualify
That's
for the
horrendous.
hashtag Me Too.
Like
Pretty much.
she
Just
I would
saying.
say Harley Quinn is a character I don't like her because they took a doctor, an incredibly intelligent psychiatric therapist, and turned her into a ditzy hammer wielding retard.
Oh
In
yeah.
the most blunt way possible.
Well,
Yeah,
she may-
I can't
No,
stand
no.
her
See, the thing of it is,
character. It's ridiculous.
she may act like a retard.
But
We gotta stop using that word because that's a
Right.
bad word. She acts doofy,
Right.
but she's not doofy.
She
But
is,
he
though.
legitimately puts her
They're-
in the hospital in the comic books, and she goes right back to him. Like that's
She's
awful.
But that's the crazy side of her. That's
Yeah.
the part
Right.
that's the part that's twisted with her, and that's why
Right.
she loves him so much.
And
is
that's
because
why
he's
Peter-
That's why I have
just
such
as
a hard
twisted.
time with it
Right.
though, because it's like, oh, this guy's amazing, but he's not really. He's a
reality,
horrible
it's
person.
just- he's a
But
psychopath.
my problem with it is all these little teenage girls that idolize that relationship and think that that's, oh, we're both crazy. We're like Harley Quinn and the Joker,
And the thing is,
and
as-
that's
as the
so
other
not
thing-
okay.
Hey, Carl, somebody, I can't read. Carl Johnson watching with us.
The other
Hi. Carl.
the other point being with it is in a lot of situations it's absolutely a one-sided love. There's no Joker feels no. She is a chess piece to him.
Well, he was
Right.
giving her
She-
away in the movie.
Except she's a possession of his.
and that's why
Right.
I would
He
say-
doesn't have love for her.
It's- I was saying,
He
it's no one plays with
owns
my
her.
toys.
He knows that he broke her mind and that he owns her and he can do whatever he wants with
Right.
her. He can
That's-
manipulate the crap out of her and make her do literally anything.
And I think that they left it. In Suicide Squad portrayed it poorly almost because they made it seem like, oh, I'm coming for you, and it's, heart, and whatnot. It wasn't so much that; it was so much of, I don't like sharing. You're my toy. You're gonna stay here. You're
Okay,
not-
this is not a Harley Quinn show, though.
Right.
no, but
Oh my.
it's fair. It's
We
it's
went
very
down a dark
personal.
path.
It's relevant.
Really?
Speaking about dark path.
Well,
best part.
Nightwing
So what else
is another.
what else is going on in now?
Nightwing might be coming.
Yeah.
Okay, Nightwing. Yeah, that could hold its own. Here's the thing. It's a really... Nightwing ends up becoming just a darker take on Batman. He's like, you're an idiot because you won't kill the Joker. He causes all these issues. All you had to do was, after like the second or third time, go, you know what? He's not going to stop, and just snapped his neck and been done with it.
Does Batman actually kill anybody in the movies, like
Yes.
bad guys?
Yes.
So
He
why
kills-
won't he kill the Joker?
It is, God, the way
He's in love with him secretly.
the way they put it was almost like professional courtesy.
Right, like, and he needs the Joker for him to still
Stay
be a
sane.
hero.
Yeah,
Yes.
in that sense. Keep in mind, what is Superman's biggest nemesis? Lex Luthor, brilliant genius, billionaire, but as well as the fact he also has Darkseid, a literal god that is trying to attack her, and Superman's the only one who can stop him most of the time. So,
Right.
when you compare those two on their usefulness, Superman kind of takes over the fact of, well, yeah, I'm godlike powers, I'm immortal, you can't hurt me except for a small green rock.
Yeah.
And Darkseid breaking my back. But other than that, but as well as the fact of the famous speech he gives is, if he were to kill the Joker, he would be no better than the Joker.
But he kills other people.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
yeah, no.
Why?
In the same movie in which someone suggested that he had shot a rocket at a truck and blown the entire truck of bad guys up. I'm like, none of them went home to their families that night. None of them went to the hospital and were A-okay the next morning. They're all dead.
It's
that
like-
whole car went up in flames, and he was in the back. There's a guy who caught the rocket with his chest. He's dead. He is
Maybe.
a mess on the inside right now, and that is it.
Well, see, and Arrow did the same thing. He killed how many scads of people, and then he wouldn't kill Prometheus.
Yep, he's like, I can't kill the big bad.
Like,
Minions.
the worst bad guy he's ever faced, maybe except for Damien Dark. Except that, no, Prometheus went past him.
Yeah.
But he won't kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what? No, it's stupid.
I can't kill people. I'm no better than them.
Right?
No,
and,
no,
well, you're obviously
no, that's
not,
dumb.
but he's a really crap person, and yeah. So the next movie that's a maybe is Black Adam. I don't know
That'd be
what
cool.
that is either.
I would enjoy a.
There's a lot of these I've never even heard of.
They're really reaching now. Hollywood's reaching.
Oh yeah, they have to. They see.
I mean, Black Adam is kind of like an Ant-Man, I think, almost. It's one of those, like,
weird, obscure kind of thing.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel like they're like, hey, these comic book movies are doing really
Let's
well
just
right
throw
now.
all this shit out
Let's
there.
do all of them right now
well,
before
if that's
people
the
get
case, then let's
sick of
just
it.
make an old Super Friends
I would
movie
say,
and
well,
bring back,
There you go.
We
the
can't bring
Wonder Twins.
we can't bring back the Super Friends movies because we can't turn Aquaman into a pansy again.
I don't think you can turn Jason Momoa into a pansy.
That's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. Aquaman used to be a pansy. Aquaman was the friend that, well, guys, we're gonna go fight in the desert. We literally can't use you. Do me a favor and clean the Super Friends fish tank while we're gone. And he'd go, okay, and he'd walk off. Yeah. So, old
stupid.
Aquaman was so beyond useless.
What about Hawkman? Let's make a Hawkman movie or a Hawk Girl.
Hot Girl? I would watch a
I mean,
Hot
that
Girl
would be
movie.
great.
We've actually never
Right?
seen. We've,
Well, wait a
well,
minute.
she might
On-
be in Flashpoint.
On
Maybe.
Netflix, there's already that's
Wait, are
already
we-
there.
Bree, out of all the movies you mentioned, the Flash movie that you mentioned, was that a Flashpoint movie?
Yeah, it says Flashpoint.
The Flashpoint Paradox movie.
It,
Never mind. That could hold its own. That could be a series. I'd go
yeah.
do the Netflix series.
Flashpoint. If it's all about Flashpoint and all these people that come from Earth 2 and
would
Earth
say,
like
yeah.
500,000 million,
To give a
then
real quick pretense for everyone who doesn't know, the Flashpoint Paradox is where Flash goes back in time and saves his mother from being shot.
Why don't be? Dan Sullivan's watching for us tonight. What's
Well,
up, Dan?
When Flash goes back in time and he goes back to the present, he has screwed everything up. Like, Lex Luthor's a hero. Superman's a lab experiment because he landed in the government near a government facility and not. I forgot his his given last name.
like literally,
Yeah, no,
Everything's gone
Batman
to crap.
died, and his dad became Batman. His mom became Joker. The Joker never turned evil. Like, it's this whole twisted line of events. Batman's dad dies.
well, Batman's dad
Which-
dies anyways.
Yeah, well, he dies again as Batman this time, like as Batman Earth 2, and he gets to write a note to his dad, and that was a really, really heart-wrenching scene because you get to see Batman cry because Batman's like, "Wait, this is a note from," and Flash kind of just nods, like it disappears in time energy because it's like it's no longer part of the
Was
past.
this in the TV show or was this in comic books?
Movie?
Movie?
Hmm? Yep.
Oh, there's already been a Flashpoint movie?
An animated movie. We've not had a live action, which
Oh, okay.
I would not mind Ezra Miller as in a live action Flashpoint movie. I think that'd be awesome as long as they did it justice.
I hope they use the same character for Wells because I like that character as Wells.
They just have it's a matter of TV versus movies and two
Right.
franchises.
Hey, we got more stuff to do, you know.
Yeah. All right, then there's only a couple more. Man of Steel 2, Gotham City Sirens, Justice League Dark, and
that would be cool.
Deathstroke. But
The
no
white
Arrow
version.
movie. But no Arrow movie, but a Deathstroke movie.
That's because Deathstroke, believe it or not, has his own times in which he is a hero.
Okay.
He absolutely can hold his own because the thing is, Deathstroke isn't inherently evil. He would be good if someone paid him. Like Deathstroke on occasion has done the right thing when Bruce Wayne has sit here and goes, I've got a $1 million check sitting at home with your name on it if you do this for me. And Deathstroke will drop his current job and go, done. And he will go and say, you want Deathstroke to go run into an orphanage and save all the a burning orphanage and pull all the kids out? Done. Give him $50 and he'll do it.
Right, he's only really an asshole because of Arrow. Like,
well, that's because he thinks of Arrow as less than human. He's like you're just some kid running around in a costume. You just stop.
Right.
He's like, you have no ability whatsoever.
Well, but his issue with Arrow is way more than that.
Well, when they did the show, they took a liberty that I really don't think they should have, but
with
they
what?
gave him more of a backstory.
Oh, like
Arrow hates. No, Deathstroke just doesn't think Arrow's a hero. For example,
so
there's a universe in which Lex Luthor goes, "Hey, how much would it cost me? How much would it pay for? How much would you charge me to kill all the Justice League?" Deathstroke gives him a finite number, and Lex Luthor writes a check, and he goes, "Okay, give me like 2 years, and I'll have it done." And he plotted out each death of the Justice League. The only person he did not successfully kill was Arrow because he thought of him as less than a hero. Arrow then takes a broken arrow after getting his ass kicked and stabs him in the eye when he's not looking, blinding him before Deathstroke shot him to death. So, I mean,
that sucks.
So the backstory of being on Lian Yu, that's all made up for the show?
I'm pretty sure some of it holds truth, but Deathstroke just doesn't like Arrow because he doesn't think he's a hero. Okay. He respects Batman because Batman's he's rich, but he's got fighting.
So is Arrow.
He's got he's got significantly better fighting capabilities, being a literal ninja.
Hey, look, Mama Tech showed up.
You're on camera. Just came in through the back door. That's not my fault. You know better. You've been taught multiple times now.
You've been taught multiple times. Oh my!
It's not my fault.
So anyway,
also with your note to Justice League Dark, that actually would explain why a Black Adam movie would be in the making because he's Justice League Justice Dark.
Exactly.
So you actually have some pretty cool stuff. That's not too bad.
Good job.
I'm kind of excited for those movies.
Good job.
They sound fun.
Nice job.
It's exciting.
Good job. Woo! Good
And those
movies.
are all just maybes.
Good
Those ones
stuff.
at the end are all just maybes.
Right.
They're not guaranteed yet. They're in talks. One of them, I don't remember which one it was because I looked at so many today. One of them was going to happen, and then the director and the producer both backed out, and so now they're trying to find new people to pick it up.
Out of all of them, the one that really needs to be made, Man of Steel 2.
Why?
Because it's
Nothing more
Superman.
to talk about Justice League.
He's the greatest ever.
Oh boy, we can lose to not Jonah. I was a Jonah Hill. Nah, wrong actor.
No.
The kid who plays Lex Luthor again. Oh boy,
He didn't lose.
he was in a coffin.
He's just napping.
Pretty sure. Oh, is that Batman's definition of napping? Oh, I know. This is a gun. As he shoots someone in the chest, and they're bleeding out on the ground.
Well,
No, they're just tired after fighting me.
He's just tired. Let him rest. Anyway, so let's talk about the 2 games that came out.
Right. All right. I'm super excited for these. I've been waiting for these
very super
so
excited
long
about this.
So as I came back, I won't go too much into Destiny 2 because I've already done it on this show with the beta. So Destiny 2 came out, 3 days ago? Before 24th, yeah, so 3 days ago. Such a fun game. I'm having so much fun playing it. It fixed a lot of the issues from Destiny 1, where Destiny 1 felt slow and there wasn't much of a story progression. So actually, I will pull up the video.
Pull up some footage
here.
Show us. We're interested.
Well, good. Act interested.
Actually, this is the stuff. This is the one. Wow. Hey, that's good.
Well, then my file corrupted. Fair enough. So that one doesn't have any footage. So
that sucks.
back to me. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Well, where's the one that with Freddy we saw earlier?
Well, I'll get into that one in a second.
Okay.
Because that's hence the get up today was for that momentous occasion. Destiny 2. I've already shown footage on here, so you guys can just go back and watch the other episodes. Not much changed except for the frame rates were uncapped and 4K was available for the PC players. That's why we had such a massive delay. Seeing as Destiny 2 for console came out September 9th. Whereas we had to wait till October 24th. So over a month and a half later, we finally get the game. Though a lot of us didn't complain, a lot of us just jumped right back into it, and it was such a fun time playing it. Blizzard and Bungie and Activision, you guys did a fantastic job.
Well, that's good. So it's worth getting then.
Absolutely. I was like, as long as you have the time to devote to it. Destiny's always been a mildly grindy game, and I say grindy for those who don't know. Grindy means you're willing to put in the devotion, the time to do missions that seem kind of repetitive over and over to get better gear and to progress further in the game.
Oh, I don't have that kind of patience.
See, now I've always had that kind of patience.
So you used the word. You heard grindy?
Grinding.
Okay,
yes.
So anybody that watched the Orville last night, when you do grindy on a statue,
grinding.
No, I know, but they called it grindy. You know, a little too grindy. You know, when you dance too close. But you know, when the guys are dancing too close, a little too grindy, right? Well, on there they were visiting a planet that would look like Earth, except for on this planet, likes or dislikes could get you brainwashed.
My mom was telling me about that today. That sounds crazy.
Could you imagine?
There's an episode of Black Mirror that's very similar to that was super trippy.
It's kind of funny that it's the kind of, you know, now all of a sudden I'm going back and I'm thinking about all the shows this Orville's done, and he's trying to do social lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right now, people can be destroyed on Facebook, but just because just liking everything they do, whether they're guilty or not guilty.
Yeah. You
turn them into a bad person. And I think that's where he's going with it, which is kind of cool. But anyway,
so to fix my issue, I actually went and grabbed the old footage. That is, it's still relevant. The game still looks just as pretty as this. This is old strike footage. This is me and Calcor playing it. Calcor died like an idiot. Haven't even gotten to the enemies yet. We literally just walked into this giant cave. Point being, moving this along, the game still looks fantastic. Still playing fun. I've run this specific strike probably twice now. But you have, and that's the big thing about Destiny is you have to be willing to sit down and either play PvP, which is player versus player, which is, you know, your classic shoot 'em up,
right?
Shoot other players and win the game somehow either through objective play.
Who did that? That's awesome.
That was me.
Pew, 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 pew. We can do our own sound effects.
Or as much as a fan of the PvP as I am, but I think the PvE is an immersive experience in which you have a mission to do. And now they actually added something new, a little change from Destiny 1. They added challenges into the strike. So it's like in the strike, using this specific class of your character, because there are 3 classes. There's the Hunter, the Warlock, and the Titan. There are 3 different subclasses. So it makes you switch subclasses depending on what challenge it wants you to do. And in that, it's like, you know, get 10 knife kills, do this, get a specific kill with a specific gun that's on your kit right now. So it kind of forced you to play the way it wants you to play, and I thought that was a really nice touch. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you're struggling, then you can switch to whatever you want. But for those who want to get some style points, it's absolutely an option for you.
What does
cool to
PvE
me.
mean?
PvE is player versus environment, which means
I thought it was player versus everyone.
That'd be fun. I would be okay with an open PvP zone and just everyone just rushes in and kills each other. That just sounds like a lot of fun. Free for all mode.
Hey, Destiny, listen.
Yeah, say, hey, Bungie, giving you ideas here. This is gold. Anyway, I won't keep everyone waiting because the getup is a lot tighter than it was 3 years ago. I won't lie to you. So,
brains.
We have Mr. Freddy Krueger joining in the horror genre of Dead by Daylight. Now, Dead by Daylight, real quick, to patch up for people who haven't played the game. Dead by Daylight is a 4 versus 1 in which there are 4 survivors and there's 1 killer. The killer's job: go around the map, find the survivors as they're repairing the generators, knock them down, and then sacrifice them by putting them onto a hook for the entity. By the way, we don't know what the entity is, so questions there will have to be held off until we have more information about
Why is that person running all crooked necked?
because I absolutely just slashed them in the back with claws.
Oh, okay.
And that's basically to show they're injured. For the killer to knock them down in order to put them on the hook, I have to hit them twice. So after each hit, so I don't just swing and then swing immediately again to knock them down, there's a little animation you're about to see here. Actually, she jukes me pretty hard and actually gets away at one point. Swipe. There's a timing between each attack. You see, there's the animation right there. I check my gloves, swivel them around a little bit to almost taunt them, and then I can pick them up. You'll see I'll go bring them to a hook and begin the sacrificing process.
Oh my.
The game is brutal. Oh yeah, but then again, you have to keep in mind what genre this is based off of. This is Freddy Krueger, the man who kills you in your sleep.
So is this like you're playing against a computer? Do you get to pick what character you're playing?
It is. Oh, by the way, this is the reference to the movie in which he corners one of the people, puts his hand next to them, and slices the area next to them before grabbing them and taking them away.
Was someone trying to take that woman off the hook?
Yes. So the other 4 survivors are able to work together in order to escape. So they have to repair 5 generators, which will open doors, and then once the doors are open, they can leave.
Now, is this a console or is this computer game only?
It just recently got brought to console, so for those who do want it, I think it's $20 right now, and I think 3 of the killers are paid DLC for $6. Freddy currently is $6 or $7 on the Steam Marketplace, as well as on the Xbox Live, and I think the PS4 Marketplace. I'm not 100% sure if it's on PS4.
So is this an online-based game?
It is.
The other people are just other people playing.
Yes, these are people that are the people that I'm used to throwing on hooks right now are human players in the real world trying their best to outplay me. They're trying to find ways to escape me and make sure I don't win.
Is that the only way you can play this game, or can you just play it by yourself and have random
it's online only because there's no story mode. It's an indie game, and that's why it's not. It doesn't have a $60 price tag because it's online only. It's just something for people to have fun. Matches can take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. They're not terribly long. Overall, though, the game is a lot of fun. Once you get the hang of it, it definitely gets more fun as you go, which I think
it gives you practice being a serial killer. That's awesome.
Right?
Well, that's my favorite part. Is it absolutely helps you predict movements and whatnot because there's things that survivors can go over faster that a killer can't. For example, as you saw me breaking pallets earlier in the game, they can throw those pallets in my path, and if they do, I can't attack them. In fact, she was running to a pallet right there in front of her. So needless to say, it's a cat and mouse, in which it's 4 mice versus 1 cat.
Do you hook them up their butts or something? You keep grabbing them from their waist.
Oh, I grab their waistline and throw them up onto my shoulder. No, the gruesome part is I put a hook through their shoulder.
Well, that's not as gruesome as I was thinking it was.
It is a
Boy,
large.
I guess I'd rather have it.
Where's an enema you don't want?
Than my butt.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of ripping that would occur.
Merciless killer.
Yep, I actually ended up getting all 4 of them in that run because I do main killer. That is my favorite role to play in the game.
Okay.
You're just like, oh man,
yeah. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
My son plays killer games. Yeah. But in spirit of the Halloween, the reason why I show that game, and I love the fact that they do this, is right around Halloween they try and release a new killer. They tried to do that in the past, and we got the nurse. Which the nurse is a ghost. She jumps around, but all of the killers have always had this feeling towards another killer. For example, with the trapper, and the trapper very closely represents Jason. He's really tall, wears a mask, wields a machete, and then runs around putting bear traps down. That was very, very obviously Jason. We have the hillbilly who runs around with a chainsaw, just running across the map with a chainsaw wildly.
So that's Chainsaw Massacre guy.
That's the Leatherface, correct. Here recently, though, we just got Leatherface. They went and battled some of the rights and whatnot, and finally got the studios to come back to them, and we got a hold of Leatherface, Michael Myers, and as I just showed you, Freddy Krueger, which means one of the only slashers we're actually missing is Jason at this point. But he's kind of already in the game. So it's an impressive game. I'm really glad. I love the fact that the company is gaining money, it's gaining momentum, and they're being able to work with a lot of the Hollywood companies and getting the rights to these characters so they can put them in the game.
How many killers are there to choose from?
There are 8, 9 at this time. You have Trapper, Wraith, Billy, Nurse, Hag, Michael Myers, Leatherface,
Freddy Krueger,
and the Doctor. So you have 9 as of right now.
Okay.
So yes, you have 9 killers to choose from, and I have to say, I love them all. They all have different mechanics you have to play around. For example, of course, Freddy's is the dream world. You know, he can't kill you in real life. He can't. He only exists in your dreams. As soon as you wake up, he can't hurt you anymore. Unless, you know, the clip that we have later in which he uses the person to hurt somebody else.
What is the Wraith? Is the Wraith like a...
The Wraith is
the image of death or something?
The Wraith actually took after ironically, an old Indian folktale.
Oh, okay.
In which it is it's a man who's covered in mud, he's slightly deformed, but he hunts while being invisible. And he doesn't hurt you until it's too late, and until you realize it's too late. He can't touch you while he's invisible, but as soon as he appears, there's no getting away from him. He's already on top of you. The Wraith he has a gruesome story. Boss fired him instead of properly firing him, so he didn't have to pay losses and whatnot to a man with no family. He just kind of threw him into a pit in a junkyard and had everyone bury him in cement.
Shit. Wow.
He came back from the dead as a ghost, as the Wraith, and ripped out his boss's spine, and now uses that as his weapon.
Now, see, there was a movie called. There was a movie called The Wraith.
Yeah, the old '80s movie.
Yeah, it had
Corey Haim,
Winning.
I think.
No, Winning.
Who?
Oh, you know.
Oh,
anger management guy. Winning.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Yep, as a young guy, he was killed. He was killed by this meth head bunch of gearheads. So he came back as a Wraith and killed every one of them, and then left with the girl.
Oh yeah, this is a 1.5-star rating. Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was pretty bad. You saw some boobies. That's why the young guys liked it. You saw boobies.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Why did he come back? Do you have a spacesuit on?
Yeah, actually, a black.
That's not what Wraiths come back as. Wraiths are like undead creatures. This is Charlie Sheen in a spacesuit. This is Attack of Mars.
And as he killed them all, pieces of his armor went away to help, because that helped him walk, because he was.
I'm slowly becoming human as I kill them.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
That's interesting.
So as we move on to horror movies, I'll use this as a fantastic transition point.
Perfect.
We've collected some of the scarier movies around over the time. So we're going to go ahead and start cycling through some of these. Yep, let me just make sure. Yep. Okay, we're going to throw down some classics these are movies that they all hold a special place in our heart for horror fanatics, as well as...
Make sure you play the audio with them, because they're scary as hell.
They were creepy. Not all of them necessarily were terrifying. Some of them just kind of gave you a chill, and you're like, ugh, I don't want to think about that. Then some of them had their downright scary, and some of them were just classic horror movies in which they weren't scary, but you love watching around Halloween because they just kind of just make sense. They just fit. So, first up on the list, we have the awful, awful scene of Come Play With Me.
Oh.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
The Shining.
The Shining, man. This one's the one that kind of freaked a lot of people out, because you could go crazy. And then it's like when you see the twins, you're like, oh my.
I think it would be super cool to stay in that hotel. I would totally stay in that hotel.
That's a real hotel.
I know.
You know?
Now, if you were a little kid biking down the hallway and you saw two, my reaction's about a little different than him's. I'd be like, nope, and I'd abandon the tricycle and I'd go running down the hall in the opposite direction.
He didn't know that it was scary.
But he was told they were the only people in the hotel. I'd be like, no. I got enough context earlier when I heard no one else in hotel. 2 little girls just appeared after I saw an elevator dump blood all over the floor. No. Yeah, and then I start seeing this. I start seeing their dead bodies. No, I ain't complaining with you. No. Mom and Dad said I can't play with other people here. Bye. As well as the kid talks to himself and already hears other voices. No, I'm convinced. I'd be like, I already hear voices. I'm good.
So I pulled this clip right here, and then Go ahead with the next clip.
I'll say I'm just gonna go ahead and jump over. Some
Yeah,
clip
man. Because this is like
The classic.
If this isn't an iconic scene, I really don't know what is anymore. I don't know what you want.
she's trying to get out. Even then, she was so skinny she couldn't get out.
Right.
It's pretty sad.
This movie was...
And that's some serious snow when it gets up almost 6 feet to where you can't get out of a bathroom window.
It was terrifying in its own right.
That's crazy.
It just shows what insanity can do to people.
Right?
Because as much as, people say, oh, horror movies can't actually happen. No, this is totally possible.
I know one thing. I'd be busting that window.
I'm
just saying.
I'm doing
Yeah,
something.
I'd take a back of a toilet or something. There would be a big old hole.
Toilet seat lid, just smash out the window. Me and little kiddo here are running away. Granted, I'm not sure how far you'd get in a robe with wet hair out in the snow.
Right? Not really anything anywhere nearby.
That's a big drift.
I don't think that's... No one's pushing the snow around. I'm not entirely sure how that drift naturally formed.
If it's really windy there, if they're near water, my mom grew up in Buffalo, and that lake effect snow, the drift
that looks like snow we used to get in Buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah.
She has really big teeth, by the way.
Yeah.
Her smile's scarier than me. He's not. It doesn't look that bad, but she's like.
Here he goes, and chunk, and chunk. Those are not solid doors. So
I feel like they don't really go, those cheap hotel like hollow doors.
Yeah, I can't believe that axe wouldn't go through.
His foot probably could have done the work there.
And in old hotels, they had. Well, I mean, it's just a bathroom door, but they had heavy-ass doors. They had solid wood doors.
I mean, looking into the door, it does look.
It's solid.
So
that's a solid door.
I mean, so it's at least period appropriate, because it's probably early 1900s that it was built. If it was the main door to the hotel room, he wouldn't have been able to get into it. A lot of those were
here it goes. The greatest.
Here's Johnny!
And
then she panics. I was saying she panics. That knife would have gone through that little hole he made like 90 times.
Yep, exactly.
In the time it took. No. So, all right, next clip we have is one of my personal favorites of all time. I love this series. It's easily my go-to whenever I want to watch a horror movie. It is from Alien.
The original.
In space. Nobody can hear you scream.
They can't hear you fart. They can't hear you scream. They just can't hear you.
I almost brought my chest burster tonight to wear under my shirt, but I realized I'd have to rip the shirt I'm wearing. I don't feel like ripping the shirt I'm wearing. Because I have a little chest burster that I can wrap around my
see,
chest.
this is what bothers me, is he puts his hands in the goo. Now, that should have ate his hands up.
No. The saliva from the creatures does not have any effect on humans.
It's the blood?
It's only the blood. And the blood was the defense mechanic. Whereas a xenomorph can bite its own tail and flick its tail, spraying blood all over the place, causing them to burn.
And why would it do that? That's craziness.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the Alien movies. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
I saw the first one. That was.
I like them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing
I don't really consider it a horror movie.
No,
it's more of a sci-fi.
It's a scary movie.
It's supposed to be a thriller. It's the event. It's the idea of we don't know where it is. In the earlier Alien movies, they only need one to scare you, because there's only one in this movie. It's just it's quite literally just sneaking around trying to find its way out, and poof, there it is. And some of the absolute. I love it so much.
Ensues.
All right, so what's the next one?
Yeah, everyone just freaks out. Well, Facebook Live just went out, so we're only on the live page now.
Figures.
Due to copyrighted content.
Probably.
I blame you for that one.
That's fine. Whatever.
Really? They catch it that quickly?
Oh, yeah, they're good.
Yeah, there's no. By the way, a little tip from Mama Tech here. Watching The Shining burns more calories than any other horror movie.
Really?
It was a suspenseful movie, to be fair. It got people's hearts racing. But yeah, so this movie was fantastic. I love it so much. We're going to kind of move on to the next one. Next one we have, not my favorite, but it was still a good one. We have The Thing.
The Thing. This movie messed with my head.
Yeah.
This movie.
Oh, have you ever seen the thing?
No, I haven't.
Oh, what?
That's
This
very-
scene right here is probably in my foot.
Oh.
Look, it bites him.
That's awesome.
He pulls back. No.
This is the thing is that a lot of this wasn't, you know, see obviously early CG, but a lot of this was animatronics. You know, this was if you watch the horror makeup show at Universal Studios
Yes.
Orlando, they do go into some of this stuff and how these are done, because a lot of these could not know that these are all animatronics. They're literally robots that people have built for this movie. It's an impressive
It
scene
is.
to watch.
See, they burn the body, but the head falls off and turns into a spider.
That's crazy. Did they, is that thing still at Universal? The
Yes.
horror maker show?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
I feel, unlike Jaws, this is their industry, and it's still their industry. They're still leading in horror movies.
Okay, we're running out of time. Let's jump to the next one.
We absolutely are running out of time. Let's jump to the next one. Oh, next we have another personal favorite of mine.
Yep.
Jamie's scared.
Yeah, she's
scared.
a little terrified. Oh, the Devil Wears Prada. Oh, what's my mask?
Like, why in the closet,
He's
though? Why do people
Because
hide in
back in-
places
back-
where they
yeah, I
can't
don't get that.
out?
Why don't we get in the running car?
And she gets a clothes hanger. That's not good. That's
Right? What the hell's
Poke
that
your
gonna
eye
do?
out.
Right?
yeah. Oh boy. And you know what? Your clothes hanger versus my kitchen knife. I think I win.
Oh, she gets him in the eye.
Yes. Fun fact. Michael Myers getting added to Dead by Daylight. That is a perk for survivors called Decisive Strike, where you take whatever's in your hand and hit the killer, and he'll drop you. Only can be used once per match. Granted, Michael Myers is a bit of a pain, as well as due to his insanity, has incredibly high pain tolerance. So,
Wow,
as you saw,
that's awesome.
she just stabbed him, and
But
moments
really-
later, you've achieved nothing. But for sake of time, we will move on to the next one.
Yep.
Here we're going to have an original horror movie.
Oh,
This is
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu,
Oh, great
1922.
movie.
This is when vampires were still they were still new. They weren't exactly heavily done yet.
No, vampire. Well, in movies.
Vampires are also very elegant here. This is man. by
he's
the
not
way,
elegant.
He is very tall in person. I should point out as well. He's not a short man.
Look at the paper door.
Yep. You can
That's
see him
awesome.
healing.
I took a film class, a film in the 1920s and 30s.
Yep.
And we watched so many old silent movies and stuff. Oh, they were awesome.
Slowly creeps towards the victim.
He looks like Precious. Where's my
Sweet.
precious?
Gollum.
Fun. Like it was also really weird how they.
And look, he looks like Frodo.
They didn't put Nosferatu's fangs weren't in the common place where most vampires' fangs are, where they put them on the canines. They were his two front teeth.
Yep.
You know, all I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. And you don't want his.
Now, see, the really cool movie to watch after you see this is Shadow of the Vampire
Yes.
with William Dafoe, because it goes behind the making of this. And actually, they make it sound like Max Schreck was actually this character without even putting on makeup.
Yeah, he was already creepy. Like,
Yeah,
Shudder.
and it's a pretty cool movie.
It is. All right, let's go to the next one.
We have a classic.
Yes.
As I said,
This
I
made
mentioned
people
before.
not go into the water for years.
Yeah,
And one of the
absolutely.
most, I hate this movie. I absolutely hate this
It's a
whole.
classic movie, though.
It's so
not, but
stupid.
it's so not horror. It's a fish.
It's a scary fish.
Dude, you know how many
scary
people
fish.
literally would not go into the ocean on the
Okay,
East
but
Coast?
it's a shark.
shut
You can go to
down.
the beach and see a shark, and it's the same story.
Oh, I know, but it shut down. It shut down
Oh,
the
I
Eastern
know, and
Seacoast.
it's but every time people put it in horror, like really.
No, 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 no. Oh, it tastes so good.
What's Pac-Man's sound? Waka 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 waka. Oh no, he ate the power pellet.
The other white guy, the other white meat.
Kitchen knife spawns in his hands, and I see, we're poking it. We're not actually stabbing it. We're like, oh, you're missing. You're like slapping the side of the
Don't
blade.
they have like dynamite on ships and stuff or something? Or like flares?
now
Like
they do.
chuck a flare down his mouth.
So, on to the next one. We have another favorite of mine.
Audience is approved.
Yeah. So rated R, everybody. It's going to take its grand old time. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's Freddy.
This is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
The original.
This is the Dream Demon himself. Keep in mind, Freddy's main ability is going into your dream, turning it into a nightmare, and then killing you there. While in the real world, he can interact with you, but cannot hurt you unless you're dreaming.
You're imagining things.
So, she falls asleep in the bathtub, he drowns her. He can manipulate your body at will while you're asleep.
And this is one of Johnny Depp's first movies, by the way.
One of his early movies, yes. Very early on. Oh no, goodbye! And the dream dimension takes another. Freddy's means for pulling you into the dream dimension can be literally anything. And once you're in the dream dimension with him, not only can he torture you and hurt you, but your world as you know it is no longer yours. He can manipulate everything and change his body as he's done in the past. He's made himself 7 feet tall and was able to punch through walls.
He had 13-foot long arms. It was great. Go to the next one.
Fun fact, we're right back at it again. I think it's actually the same clip.
No, it's not. You can go to the next one, though. We can jump next.
I would say it's not the new one. The new one's a lot of fun for people who haven't watched it. It wasn't as good as the originals, but it still held its own. So we can skip ahead here. Oh boy, a bunch of kids all laughing and partying and drinking and getting ready to have sex and go swimming in a giant lake. Well, that just seems like a very, very bad idea because it's someone's birthday.
Not hers.
Not hers.
Is this Piranha?
No.
No.
Or-
This is
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, she falls in the water and then yoink.
Guess who she sees?
Who is that? Oh my God, there's a person with.
I'm gonna die!
Producer Michael Bay, one of his only good movies. Around here. Not everything needs explosions.
Gone missing.
And you know that was the guy from
Supernatural.
Supernatural, yeah. Was that also the girl from Flash?
You know what?
Caitlin Snow?
Oh, they're doing it. So if they're doing it, they're dead.
Yep, absolutely. That was one of Jason's biggest, his dead giveaways was, oh, are you having sex, drinking, or swimming by Camp Crystal Lake? Oh, well, guess who gets to die then? And he absolutely made short work of you. Just for the matter of time, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next one. It's probably going to be our last one. We have another classic, one that, as I said, people to this day refuse to watch.
This one right here got hammered because it was the most foulest.
Oh yeah, language warning. As of
Yeah.
right now, because she's about to start. Yeah, there she starts going.
She's gonna put your thingy up her pooper in. Oh my God! You shut up! You shut up!
He
Here's some
quite
stuff.
literally just says stop talking and splashes holy water on. She's like, no, whoa, ow, that hurt a lot more than it was supposed to. This scene specifically, not only people just refuse to watch it, but this movie people don't like because there's also the idea of someone died on the making of this set. So everyone's like, oh my God.
Oh, really?
They're like,
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
This movie's haunted.
That's awesome.
When in reality, it's just a really
So
good
jump to the
horror.
next one because we have time.
We have another classic horror scene, black and white
Great
movies.
movie.
This was the best movie ever.
1960s Psycho.
You got the hint of boobies.
Yep.
You got the hint of blood, and no, you never saw one thing of boobies. You never saw one thing of blood. It was all chocolate syrup, and it was all.
I would
And
say
it was just a great
Shadows.
movie.
on Comic Book 101, we actually discussed this with Slinky Jallo. This movie was done very tastefully. There was no nudity, and it wasn't heavy gore. It wasn't for the gore factor. It was the suspense factor.
Yep.
It was the thrill. You could see the shadows moving. You feel the ominous music of the violins.
I just want to go take a shower now.
Yeah. The violins
I'm just
playing.
saying.
Up.
Even the remake they did with D'Onofrio was really good.
Yes, I
was a
don't think
great
there's not a lot of
movie.
psychos that have gone poorly.
There's Mother.
Solid. Yep, the
You're a
violin.
dirty girl.
Until they started making the sequels with what's his name there, Anthony Perkins.
I would say the violins are going absolutely ham right now, playing away, making very loud screeching noises as mother stabs her over and over and over again. But as I said, the movie isn't very tasteful. There's not a heavy amount of gore. There's a little bit of blood splatter. The nudity is kept down for the most part, and then it just slowly continues to the
And she's dead.
That's awesome. I think basically calling your mom mother is like ding 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 crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, I call my mom mother. What?
Hello, mother.
So, I don't actually know the next one, so while
Go ahead, do it.
A little bit.
You just play it. I know what it is.
I'm also going to skip forward a little bit. Baby. Time restraints.
This is Rosemary's Baby.
Really?
Oh, I like
This is a creepy movie. It's horrible.
It's fun fact, as much as I love horror movies, I've never actually seen it all the way through.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But we only have 2 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and just jump to the next one, because the next one is another huge one. Steven Spielberg. I bet you guys can take a quick
I
guess.
hate this movie.
It's Boss Tech's most hated movie.
Oh, this scares the crap out of me.
It is. It is
Poltergeist.
absolutely 1982's Poltergeist.
Oh my God. Carrie Ann. Where's Carrie Ann?
Everything's fine and dandy. Oh, look, skip forward a little bit. Everything's not so fine and dandy anymore. Our child's now missing.
Disturbances.
Oh! Hell literally decides to open
This
up.
house is clean. No, it's not.
Yeah, that door opens up and away the bed goes.
There's a lot of bad people in here. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
The next one, I'm going to go ahead and just skip to Evil Dead 2. Because
I had to throw some funny in here,
I
but
would say
again,
the last
But
one is
it's-
my all-time favorite.
Yeah,
It's just
Evil
so
Dead
good.
2 is just great.
You know, it was
Army
look,
of Darkness.
He's got a chainsaw for a hand, man.
Yeah,
Come on, you can't go wrong with that.
So good.
And then in our last 45 seconds here,
love this.
we have Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is
He is
awesome.
absolutely oblivious. The first 45 minutes goes around, notices zombies, and just walks right past them. Doesn't think anything of it. It is just such a fun movie to watch.
I'll take a cone, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so that was our top. What's one of our list of the scary movies we like, we love?
Of course, these are all Halloween classics. You know, some of these, obviously, for example, I love the slashers. I watch the slashers every year. I watch Freddy. I watch Jason. I watch Michael Myers, and then of course Shaun of the Dead for when I want to have a laugh before going to bed tonight. Because you have to have that. So, guys, this has been Nerd Talk. I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween.
I'm Zombie Tech.
There's Zombie Tech. We have Darth Jeff.
And
We have Lexi
Jeff.
Skelly.
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 And we have Sido Kruger, and that's it, folks.
No, it's Freddie Stroke.
Yeah, Freddie Stroke. I like Freddie Stroke.
Bye, Freddie Stroke.